Hi, I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig, and this winter I've had the pleasure of climbing with the Grivel North Machine Carbon. I have really fallen in love with this axe. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, mainly because I've used the Tech Machine Carbon for my past couple years of ice climbing, and this one is a little bit different in the shape as well as the weight and the center of gravity for the head of this ice axe. But all of these things make it one heck of an axe to use, no matter if you're in the mountains doing some alpine climbing or if you're like us and you're at the ice park, another great tool to have with you. To start with, it does consist of a nice lightweight carbon shaft. This is wonderful for a couple reasons. One, like I said, it's really light. Another nice thing about the carbon is that it's warm. And what does that mean? Well, compared to a metal shaft, if you're gonna be using the shaft with your hand on it like this, or even down here, you're gonna feel the difference between the carbon and metal. You're gonna feel the temperature difference between the two. Even if you're wearing gloves, if you're doing this a lot for a long period of time, that cold is going to get transferred through your gloves and into your hand. You can see with the shape of this axe that it does lend itself for a multitude of different purposes. In the mountains, if you're gonna be walking with it or hiking, climbing, scrambling, that kind of stuff, it's very comfortable to hold in your hand from the head of the axe. Also down here at the very bottom, it has a carbide tip. This is what you're gonna find on trekking poles. They're very durable tips, so if you're going into ice, it's gonna stick in the ice no problem. But if you're going into rock, it's also gonna get a grip on the rock and it's not gonna wear down after one season of use. Now, while we're on the bottom of the tool, you can see your nice little pinky rest that you have here. This does fit my hand really well. Now you can see I don't wear really thick gloves when I ice climb. I try to wear a little bit thinner, and that lends itself to a really nice perch for my pinky to sit on that axe. It does have another small pinky rest up above my hand right here, and this one's not very big. I honestly don't find it very useful, so if you're gonna go hand over hand, or if you want to adjust and put your hand up here, even with these really thin gloves on, I can barely feel that. If you're wearing thicker gloves, I don't know if you'd feel that much at all. So that kind of is a negative to me. It's just not that large and doesn't really do a whole lot if I'm gonna transition my hand up above the grip a little ways. Now with this nice curve here, if you've got your hand in this position and you're using your axe over here, this is nice because it keeps your hand off of the ice and off of the snow. Also, the handle, the curve that it has, again, helps to keep your hand off of the snow or off of the ice the entire time that you're climbing. If I'm comparing this to the Tech Machine on the same climbs, the thing that I notice is if the climb has some bulges coming out of it, it's vertical with bulges, this one does not do quite as well as something like the Tech Machine that really has that drastic curve to it. When I'm trying to place this one over bulges, I am getting my hand and the shaft of the ice axe against the ice. However, what we found here is that climbing a lot of this vertical ice and then absolutely anything that's even slightly less than vertical, these kick ass. They're very, very handy to have. Also, climbing up around the edge and along the cliff band of this particular line, it's great to throw these in your hands. And again, at the bottom of the axe with that carbide tip, these can assist the entire time you're going up. Another feature that I like about the North Machine is the Vario system that they've incorporated into the head. Now this is not only found on this axe, but other axes in their lineup as well. What it is, it's a quick and simple system to change out from the hammer or the adze or nothing at all. I've chosen the ice blade for this particular axe, and this is a T-rated hot forged steel blade. The very tip of it, I believe, is about 3 millimeters, and that makes it very easy for plunging into the ice and then also extracting it back out. There have been a handful of times where I've really gotten it in there pretty deep and it's taken me a little bit to get it back out. However, I think that would happen with any axe that I'm using for how hard and how far I'm going into it. Overall, I'm very happy with this blade though. It's also nice because it is very easy to replace. Probably my favorite feature about this axe is the center of gravity. If I rest it on my finger here, you can see that I'm not very far down from the head, where the center of gravity is actually located on this axe. And what that makes for is a really nice, solid, and easy swing while you're climbing. Now for comparison, you can see that we have the older Tech machines here, and the center of gravity on these is further down the handle. You can see that compared to the North machine, it's quite a bit further. Again, this is the North machine carbon made by Grivel. If you're looking for a very versatile axe that you're going to be taken into a lot of different scenarios, I think this is one that you should definitely try out and put into your quiver. Thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions about this axe or anything else for that matter, please leave them in the comments section below and we'll get back to you. Also, if you're wondering where we are, what we're up to, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Adventure Rig. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tyson with Adventure Rig.